Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to tell you a true semi-horror story of what happened to me um, regarding crypto. I've been in crypto for quite a long time. So, this is actually a story of Steemit.com and what happened to me there. So, Steemit.com, what they did way back when. So, let's bring up their chart. Uh, Back in 2016, they released their Steem token and they also released an application, which was basically this, which is where you uh, post content, and when people click on it, you get rewarded based on clicks. So, like for example, this current post is earning $1.64 for their post. So it was all the rage back in 2016. I joined in 2017, right around here, and started posting content. And, you know, it's just like YouTube when you start, uh, you don't get many clicks and whatnot. And, I worked my way up and eventually it just took off. So it went from the Steam token here was about 80 cents and it hit a high of like $9. And then you see the crash in 2018, and right now Steemit is at a whopping 17 cents. Take a look at this descending triangle chart. Now, what when we post it in Steemit, you get your wallet and my account's still active, so I still get rewards, and you can redeem rewards. And back in uh, 2020, Justin Sun from Tron did a hostile takeover, and so now you get paid in Tron, and which is pretty cool. So you can redeem the rewards here. So why is this a horror story? And you can see how much Steam I have left in my account. So there's a little over 3,000 Steam. And, at the high, I had, literally over 20 plus thousand. And this number used to be higher. And I'll explain what happened. So one of the things that happened was what all of us in the Steam community would do is, we'd post and we take some of these rewards and we'd send them to other exchanges. So I used to send mine to Binance, and then one day Binance sends a notice and says, "Oh, you're in the United States. You have 30 days to close down your account because we're not going to support the United States anymore." And that set off a domino effect. So what started happening at one time was all the exchanges that uh, used to trade Steam. I mean, the major exchanges like KuCoin and whatnot just went all dark. They're not going to trade Steam, or the ones that did would not support the US. So all of us in the US had all of our assets, our crypto locked up. There was nothing we could do. So and you couldn't take Steam to a hard wallet. So I mean that's a problem with this crypto. But even if you could, it made no difference because there was no exchange to trade on. And so Steam started plummeting. The good thing for me was when Justin Sun took over in 2020, somewhere around here, that set a ripple through the community, and they did a hard fork and they formed Hive, another social media where you can post and get rewards in crypto. Another DApp that it's use to earn. And so, I moved over to Hive. Well, actually, I did both. But back to Steemit, all the crypto is locked. So eventually, over the years, I forget what year, I think it was in 2021, late 2021, somewhere down here. So at the highs, it was what, $1. So my, just what I had there, my $30,000 worth of Steemit is now worth, back then, $1. So it's worth like 3,000. Um, but so they finally started opening up in the US, and it went to one exchange, which was Bittrex. But here's the problem with Bittrex. I mean, for us, it's like, let's look at the state and license disclosure. So I'm in Hawaii, but for example, Connecticut, you can't use Bittrex. Hawaii, you can't use Bittrex. Various states, New York, you can't use Bittrex. Vermont, you can't. So all of the users in these states, our crypto is just stuck. What we could do is, we still can transfer this out to a user in a, or maybe a relative in another state, and they can cash it out. Um, but it's just basically locked. And that's why, uh, in some of the videos, and some people on Twitter have commented that, especially related to Vivi and Ecomi, that, you know, most of the people have been very supportive. I would think like 90% say that I'm not fighting, but there's a small 10%, or it said, that think that I'm fighting, but I'm talking to you from experience. So, for example, those who say, "Oh, what's the big deal? Why does OMI, why do we need our OMI on the exchanges?" Because what if Bitforex and Ascendex, in the coming regulation, just say, "Oh, by the way, US, we're not gonna allow US citizens to trade crypto." You're gonna Then what's gonna happen is exactly what happened to me with Steemit. And this number here used to be much higher, by the way. But so I don't remember how long my account was, like, I couldn't do anything with it. So I couldn't do anything with the crypto in it. And so at one point I thought it was dead. Every month I would go back to it and see, oh, is it open? Is anything open in the US? Oh, nope. No sense. Both. I thought it was just gonna die, and so I just focused in on Hive. But if you look at these states, the Vermonts, the Texases, the New Yorks, Hawaii. These are the exact same states that had issues when, Vivi was trying to establish uh, the payout with their payout provider, Wired. So, for those who say, "Oh, don't worry, it's gonna happen," well, we just need to be aware that things like this can happen. And what happened with this and this lockout was all regulation based. All when they said, the U.S. Started cracking down on all exchanges, and there was that period of time where on some of those exchanges, that hold these smaller altcoins, they were just locked. You couldn't do anything with it. It's just like money lost. So what's going to happen with this? Uh, I actually found what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to transfer it to one of my relatives in another state, and just just give it to him. My, let's say, I mean, it used to be well over 30,000. It's now a whopping $870. But don't get me wrong, you know, during this peak here, using Steemit was like amazing. Using these dApps uh, in the uh, use or play to earn stuff. Uh, this is literally how I built much of my Bitcoin position. So anyway, this is a true story. This can actually happen. So those of you who, for those few of you who think that, who have commented to me on Twitter that, man, you're just basically talking out of your ass. That's never gonna happen. Here's an example of how it really did. Thanks for watching and aloha.